seen. Greg Daniels did a direct adaptation of the first episode of the British series. And the first 6 episodes, it was a mid-season show, The Office on NBC. So they did 6 episodes. They weren't particularly well received, and they did a lot of retooling when they came back for the first full season. And right now, what you've got is very much in the British mood. It's very cringeworthy. I mean, it's comedy. And you got the exposition in the first scene. You know who Michael is, who he, you know, what his position is, who he works for, and you know he's looking at the camera. He's a narcissist, and you know he's full of himself, and he's full of crap. In 60, 90 seconds, however long that scene was.
Yeah, I think they made some heavy adjustments to his character. And I mean, Steve Carell was able to bring it naturally, sort of add some depth and compassion to the role. But yeah, I mean, to that point, Lee, a lot of it had to do with, you know, we talked about this before, you and I, the British way of working, which you can get by being incredibly obnoxious and not good at your job. Here in America, it's a little bit different to kind of skate by that, even though it still exists. So I think in season 2 might be the first time we see it, where Michael actually is a pretty good salesman. So he has that redeemable quality where he's good at something, even though, yes, it's still very cringe-worthy to watch.
Right. Now, they softened him. And one thing I noticed right away the first time around is that in this, and I think in the first 6, he's got his hair done in a way.
His hair a little bit. Yeah.
And disappeared.
Right, because they talked about, trying to make him a little bit more unlikable. I do remember seeing Ricky Gervais talk about that and talk about just the cultural difference between that British show. And I brought up Shameless before. If anybody watched the British version of Shameless, tonally, it's just very, very different. It's just not something that would play in the US. So if anyone's out there thinking about adapting a format, particularly a comedy, make sure you adapt the comedy specifically for the US. Right, Lee?
Also get permission first.
Well, you could always, ask for forgiveness instead of permission.